going to go over is Guntrip's tight end PA counter go. If any of you have used Trey Wife Flex, the dagger play in that is probably the best play in the game. This is essentially going to do the same thing. So we will go start out with a cover 2. So all we're going to do is run knocks on a drag, put the running back on a swing to the left, to the right, streak your slot receiver, and the play wants to look something like this. This is the standard dagger setup out of the gun Trey Wife Flex. So first read, going to be this drag, just take it. If it's wide open, it's wide open. Take it, get your 5 yards. That drag will be wide open versus almost anything. So this is the setup. And you can always throw this running back route as well. You know, see if you can get some yards. It's not a bad play, especially if they've got their curl flat zones dropped to 15 yards, which a lot of people do. If they have got their curl flat zones dropped to 15 yards, they won't even go near Singletary on this route here. Then the route that makes this play good is circle route. Pass lead it down and possession catch it. It hits at a nice depth. Same as with all the plays from Guntrip's tight end, we're always going to run them with the 3 wide receivers over here on the wide side of the field. We always want to be on the hash opposite that. So this is how we're going to set the play up. Throw the drag, take your yards. This is what you're going to want to do. You're either going to, so if the drag's open, just throw it. No matter what, throw the drag. Because that's going to get the user to start giving a shit about it. Now if the user gives a shit, you don't have to put the running back on the flat route, it helps if you do. But if the user starts caring about that, we can hit this ball in here. We can probably even rack that, but that's the idea. You want to hit that ball in there, that's your big play. Now if the user plays that, which a lot of people know what dagger is, they've seen it before, a lot of people are going to play that. So then you hit this in route here. If the user vacates the middle of the field, so say that was against a cover 2, which you're pretty much always going to have the drag and then the crossing route. If they go with, so PA counter go, so that's a cover 3, and they've deep zoned out. If they've got their curl flats at 15 yards, this probably won't get open, or it may just about squeeze over the top, but this drag here would be wide open. Catch it, get your yards. Now these aren't set to 15 yards, but if the curl flats were set to 15 yards, that drag would be wide open. So then the user might start playing it. But even versus cover 3, this guy crosses over here, and obviously it hit us with throw, god damn it. But yeah, you can throw that ball in there. If you know it's cover 3, you can always just streak the tight end to run the guy off. That will run the outside corner back off. So outside corner gets ran off, and we throw this ball in here. That's if you know it's cover 3. You don't have to do that. It should still work regardless. The reason we're putting Beasley on the streak is to run the free safety off a little bit to give us more space to fit the ball into Diggs. So we should be able to throw this ball in here anyway. Yeah, it's a bit tight, but it's there. But what we're mainly using that for when they're in a cover 3 is that the user is going to be so scared of you potentially hitting that you can throw this ball in here. Obviously we're getting mad pressure, but normally the user will vacate the middle of the field for you to play that crossing route, because everybody knows that crossing route's really good. So everybody's going to vacate the middle of the field, and you're just going to be able to throw this ball here and pick up 15 yards. So that's pretty much the play. That's all we're looking to do. The concept, like, I never changed this play from this, because if it's man and you've got a good enough receiver there, circle will win. If it's man, square will win, and if it's man, the X route to knocks will always win as well. I may just run it one time with the curl flat zones drop back to 15 yards, just so I can show you what happens when they do that, which is nothing. Doesn't really affect the play, it just allows you to, you just throw the shorter routes instead. If I go coaching adjustments, curl flats 15 yards. The same setup as always. Do that. Look how much space we have to throw this into. Pick up your 8 yards. I even threw it a little bit late and it didn't matter. Now when they drop them to 15 yards, it probably will play the crossing route. Maybe, but when they do that, look how much space the running back has. You can throw that to him there, and it'll be wide open. So this is a set we went with. Throw this down here. You know, it's like 8 yards. It's the easiest 8 yards you can get. And every play is not about hitting the big play. It's just when your chances come, take them. So yeah, that's the play. That's PA counter go, and I will catch you in the next one.